MovieWeb.com.
In 7 days, God created the world. And in 7 seconds, I shattered mine. When you sign your name, you'll own my house. I only ask that you never try to contact me for any reason.
Why me?
It is within my power to drastically change his circumstances. But I don't want to give that man a gift that he doesn't deserve.
What are you planning to do?
This is an incredibly hard movie to talk about because they don't want us to know anything walking in. It's like a great big puzzle. And I'm wondering, can you just describe a little bit what your piece is in the film?
Yeah, I play Emily Posa, and I'm one of the 7 strangers that Will's character reaches out to. He's on a journey of redemption, and through that journey he meets Emily, who's has congenital heart disease, owes a lot of money to the government. He's an IRS agent, and they very unsurprisingly touch each other in a way where she changes him just as much as he tries to change her. It's very, actually very beautiful in that sense. They're sort of very transformative and a very sort of intense film circumstantially.
Well, you're talking about touching people, and there's a very intimate love scene, I think it's safe to say, in the film. And your hand seems very fascinated with Will's ear. I'm wondering, what is so fascinating about his ears that just draws your hand to
it's
him?
the same reason why he might play Barack Obama at some point. They're just where they're so there. I mean, they're hard to avoid. It was really funny, actually. There was whole stuff with Gabrielle. Remember, we were doing stuff where we were supposed to be touching each other's face. And Gabrielle would be like, no, Will, you got to be the gentle, you got to, massage. And he just really felt like Will just couldn't do it. It was sort of like that Team America moment where it was like, shh, and the hand just kind of coming in. And it was just interesting. And I guess they didn't seem to have any problem with me going for his ear. But I think that actually might be more of a Rosario thing than necessarily an Emily thing. I have a thing for ears.
Yeah, well, he's got nice ears,
He
too.
does have very nice ears, very clean.
That in the last movie you guys were in, you were fighting aliens, and you were kind of his sidekick, and this time out you're the love interest. I mean, how does that kind of change your on-screen relationship in this film? It's a little bit different, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely off camera there was just as much joking and punching and being silly, but it was really great to be working on something, especially timing-wise, that was not just a laugh. It wasn't just entertainment for that sake. And I think years later, we're really prepared as people to be approaching it and be respectful actors with the kind of storylines that we were doing. I'm glad to be able to juxtapose both experiences to each other and realize just how young I was and young he was. I mean, we even talk about he looks más joven. He's so much younger and no gray in his hair. It's like this is something that, as he says, he's 40 and still sexy. Is a great character for him to portray right now, especially in his career and timing-wise for the rest of us. I think, we need a big story like this that's usually told in a small sense, and we need it to be something that we all get to see. And I love that. I think it's really honest. I think it tells stories that normally don't get told, and I think it's got really great ideas in it that can be really profound for all of us. And we felt that while we were doing it, and we challenged ourselves to be the better actors to handle it and be respectful of the material. So hopefully other people feel the same way, but we loved the script that much. It really, on the script, was that beautiful.
He seems to almost be going for that Eastwood glare in some of the scenes where he's looking at you. And I'm wondering, was that ever a little bit distracting? I mean, did you bust up laughing at him when he was pulling that really hard,
No.
really tough kind of stick?
No, but that was something that we really talked about, though, because, it was something that he really took on as a character trait of his, this person's looking at people and trying to see under their masks all the time. And it was something that really sort of affected the rest of his life. He said at one point, it was at dinner with Jada, and she was like, okay, you really need to stop staring at me like that. You really, this is a character trait that's rubbing off on you off time of work, and you really need to let that go. It took him a while to get rid of, but it was really weird. I'd notice him doing it on set all the time, which was really kind of strange. I'd be like, what? What's happening?
I did something really bad once, and I'm never going to be the same again.
You can't play with people's lives. This is not something you do every day.
Do what you promised me.